Welcome. This video will explore SAP Asset Intelligence Network and how an asset operator and any asset manufacturer can collaborate on the definition of new equipment. Asset Intelligence Network is beneficial both for asset operators and manufacturers. Asset operators can achieve high quality and consistent asset master data through digital handover for manufacturers. In addition, they can easily consume additional content and digital services from the manufacturers. Assets defined in AIN can natively integrate with the backend maintenance execution system in S/4HANA. Manufacturers can, on the other hand, increase visibility into the installed base and through that, improve customer relationships. AIN can help increase traditional and digital services revenue. They can also improve products based on feedback directly from the operators. Before we begin, let's have a quick look at the concept behind SAP Asset Intelligence Network. SAP Asset Intelligence Network is the cloud-based business network for component suppliers, asset manufacturers, asset operators and service providers. SAP Asset Intelligence Network enables networking and collaboration among business partners across the asset lifecycle. Through an example, we will see how manufacturers and operators can collaborate on defining and creating a piece of new equipment. During the asset lifecycle, component suppliers and service operators can also take part in efficient collaboration with operators and manufacturers. An operator in need of a new equipment can raise a request towards their preferred supplier. After receiving the request, the manufacturer will create the equipment in AIN. When completed, the equipment can be shared back with the operator. When received, the operator can synchronize the newly created equipment with the backend system for maintenance. During the operation and maintenance of the equipment, detailed feedback can be shared with the asset manufacturer. The manufacturer can also easily provide additional content and digital services. It's time to look at an example. We will play two different roles in this demo. First, we will act as the asset operator requesting a new asset from its supplier. We will then be the supplier, responding to the request, creating the new equipment before sharing it with the operator. We will, in the end, look at the new asset from the operator perspective. As an asset operator, we need new equipment, a valve. So we log into SAP Asset Intelligence Network. We open the Requests app and begin the creation of a new request. We are in a hurry, so we make it a high priority request with a short deadline. We raise the request against our provider Terrific Oil and Gas. We move to the equipment area. Since we are looking for a specific model, we quickly search for a double-seat valve. From the search result, we select the right one. We enter our internal serial number before saving and then submit the request. As soon as we have submitted it, the request becomes visible to our supplier. Our request is visible in the supplier's request app, in the work list. The supplier can open the request, look at the details and make an initial assessment. When ready, the supplier will set the request in process. When our supplier has set our request in process, this status becomes visible also on our end. The supplier begins its process by creating an equipment. Then, based on our request, the supplier can find a piece of corresponding equipment already existing in their library. Several unique identifiers and attributes need to be added for the newly created equipment before being saved. When saved, we can see that the new equipment has inherited a lot of information from the library, typically originating from the supplier's PLM system. We see the structure and parts, the bill of material with quantities and relevant information. Relevant documentation is available in electronic format and information on different potential failure modes and their causes. Since Asset Intelligence Network can also hold information about historical maintenance and repairs and analytics of historical performance, we find relevant tabs and placeholders for that, together with a complete timeline of events for this specific equipment. By pressing Publish, the supplier can later share the recommended asset with all underlying master data and documentation with the requester. Back in the Request app, the supplier can assign the newly created equipment with the request sent from the operator. When the assignment has been saved, the supplier can share the recommended equipment with the asset operator. Before sharing, the supplier can control the recipients and quickly review the attributes and data elements that will be made available also for the operator. After sharing, the supplier can set the request status to completed. It is also recommended to leave a comment upon completion. As an operator, we can see that the request has been completed. So we open the request and scroll down to look at the supplier's recommended equipment. All the data elements, attributes and documentation that the supplier has shared with us is now available for us and can be reflected through an equipment record in our instance of either SAP S/4HANA or SAP ERP. To complete the workflow triggered by our request and carefully responded to by our supplier, we end by confirming the supplier's recommendation. Let's recap some of the available benefits for asset operators and manufacturers. Asset operators can achieve high quality and consistent asset master data through digital handover for manufacturers. In addition, they can easily consume additional content and digital services from the manufacturers. Assets defined in AIN can natively integrate with the backend maintenance execution system in S/4HANA. Manufacturers can, on their hand, increase visibility into the installed base and through that, improve customer relationships. AIN can help increase traditional and digital services revenue. They can also improve products based on feedback directly from the operators. The views, information or opinions expressed are solely those of the individuals involved and not those of the individual's employer, or any other group or individual. Thanks a lot for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe. More videos like this are coming shortly. See you then.